Good evening from Troy, New York. It's Evansville Otters baseball on the Evansville Otters Digital Network. Hello from the Capital Region. I'm Griffin Epstein on the Evansville Otters Digital Network and simulcast today on Flow Sports as well, as the Otters set to play Game 2 against the Tri-City ValleyCats in this interdivisional series from upstate New York. Otters trying to bounce back from a tough performance last night. The Otters got off to a hot start, leadoff home run by Kona Quiggle, but they would not score the rest of the game. Evansville stranded 9 runners over the course of the game, and 6 of them were in scoring position. Otters got a good start from John Vargas, a quality start, but it wasn't enough. Tri-City had some late offense, ended up with 6 runs and 7 hits, and the ValleyCats took the first game out of the All-Star break for both teams 6-1. So the Otters trying to bounce back here tonight at the Joe, just outside of Albany. It is sunny and exceptionally hot, 90 degrees with humidity, making it feel in the mid-90s. I was down at batting practice way too long. I'm covered in sweat, and it's going to be a hot one, but the ball should be flying out of the ballpark, I'd imagine, today. Just 1 home run yesterday between these two teams. I would expect a few more today. Speaking of the offense, time to introduce you to the starting lineups. We'll start with the Evansville Otters, 29-22 on the season. The Otters have lost 4 road games in a row. Noah Myers back in the Edward Jones leadoff spot for the Otters. He'll DH today. Kona Quiggle bats second and plays center field. Dakota Phillips bats third and catches. Jeffrey Baez in the cleanup spot playing right field. Yomar Reyes bats fifth and plays third base. Ethan Skinder bats 6th and plays second base. Bottom 3 in the lineup for the Otters. Aaron Beck back in the starting lineup for the first time in over a week. He plays first base. George Khalil batting 8th and playing shortstop. Brian Rosario rounds out the Otters lineup in left field. Justin Watland, the righty, on the mound today for the Otters. He's 4-3 with a 7.24 ERA. Recently on the IL. This is his first start in 3 weeks. So that's the Otters starting lineup. Turning around to the other side, the Tri-City ValleyCats, 31-21 now on the season, and they're just 2 games back, or make it 3 games back, of the New Jersey Jackals for first place in the Frontier League East, alone in second place entering the day. Pavin Parks, who had the big day yesterday for the ValleyCats, 3 hits, will lead things off for Tri-City and play shortstop. Cito Culver, the All-Star, plays second base and bats second. Aaron Altair bats third and DHs. Jacob Goldfarb in the cleanup spot catching. Jackson Hallmark bats fifth and plays center field. Ian Walters batting 6th and playing third base. Bottom 3 in the lineup for Tri-City: Rami Merced, the right fielder, the former Otter Zach Pierman, the first baseman, and Lamar Briggs, the left fielder, rounds out the lineup for the ValleyCats. Righty Garrison Bryant will make the start today for Tri-City. Bryant 3-3 with a 5.28 ERA. The Otters faced him back at Bosse Field and fared well. Ended up beating up Bryant for 6 runs and earned the victory in the rubber match of that series, the first one of the year between the ValleyCats and the Otters, back at Bosse Field in Evansville. So you've heard the starting lineups. We're approaching a first pitch. Andy McCauley, Pete Incaviglia, the manager's meeting with our umpires today at home plate. Speaking of our umpires, Frontier League 3-man crew today: Mike Williams behind the plate, John Grasso at third base, and David Sherman is at first base. It's hot, it's muggy. 85 degrees is actually the current forecast, but it feels like 90 degrees with 63% humidity. Some thunderstorms in the northeast, but it should all avoid us tonight. And right now, mostly sunny skies with scattered clouds in the area. So that's your weather forecast, but I'll tell you, down on the field under the sun, it is scorching. This is going to be one of the hotter games of the year the Otters have played so far this season. Well, you mentioned the pitchers. We'll delve a little bit deeper into the pitching matchup for tonight, starting with Justin Watland for the Otters. Watland's last start all the way back on June 24th against Florence. Watland 2 2/3 innings pitched. He allowed 10 runs and 8 hits. It was just a start that got away from him in a hurry. A 7-run third inning was capped by a 2-out grand slam by Craig Massey of Florence, and was the most runs allowed by any Otter pitcher all season long. Watland placed on the IL soon after at the start of July, remained there for 7 days, and now making his first start since. We've seen some great outings from Watland. He has 3 starts on the season where he allowed just 1 earned run, but he's also had 3 outings this season where he's given up 6 earned runs or more. So it's really been boom or bust this year for Justin Watland. He's going to be making just his 3rd road start of the season. It is his 2nd start against Tri-City. He pitched back in the opener these teams played back at Bosse Field. Watland 5 innings pitched, allowed just 4 hits and 1 earned run, 3 runs overall, did walk 5, but got out of trouble numerous times in that series against the ValleyCats. On the other side, the Otters also facing a pitcher in Garrison Bryant that they've seen before. Bryant on the year 3-3 with a 5.28 ERA, struggled at Bosse Field in the series finale of that series. 5 2/3 innings pitched. He allowed 7 hits, 6 runs, did strike out 6, and 1 walk. That's his last loss, though. He's pitched well. His last 2 outings earned the win against Empire State and New Jersey. Otters offense trying to bounce back. So after the very first batter yesterday, a Conequiggle leadoff home run, they did not score. Ready for the national anthem here on this scorching day from Troy, New York, just outside of Albany. We'll be right back with first pitch. You're listening to Evansville Otters Baseball on the Otters Digital Network and watching on Flow Sports. The national anthem on this hot Saturday night in the middle of July from Troy, New York. Just about set for baseball between the ValleyCats and the Otters. Garrison Bryant, the righty, on the mound for Tri-City. Around him, Jacob Goldfarb, the catcher. Zach Bierman, the former Otter, at first. Cito Culver at second. Pavin Parks at shortstop. And Ian Walters at third base. Lamar Briggs in left field. Jackson Hallmark in center. And Ravi Merced in right field. How about this for continuity for Pete Incaviglia, the manager for the ValleyCats? This is the identical starting 9 on the field from yesterday for Tri-City. No changes. The ValleyCats looking to go to 11 games over 500 with a win today and try to take the series from the Otters. What needs to change for Evansville from yesterday? Well, pretty simple. Hit better and better situational hitting, especially on the road. The Otters have lost 4 in a row on the road, and Evansville has really struggled offensively late on the road. Otters are averaging just 1.75 runs per game in these 4 straight road losses for the Otters. Hoping to win tonight and even up the series at a game apiece, force a rubber match tomorrow evening. Uniforms for tonight. The Otters mixing things up, going with all grays today. Evansville written in blue script across the chest. Blue numerals on the back. Blue stockings for Noah Myers, who's getting set to lead off, and the black helmet with the blue E on the front. Tri-City black uniforms with red numerals on the back. A whole bunch of stripes and red and black and yellow on the front. I believe it says Tri-City. It's hard to read from up here. White pants to complement it with a red hat, all red hat, and the Tri-City logo on the front. It's Pirate Night here at the ballpark, and a good crowd on hand as Noah Myers digs into the left-handed batter's box, and we're just about set for baseball. The big righty Brian ready on the mound, right side of the rubber, delivers the first pitch of the game, a strike at the knees to Noah Myers, and we're underway. Mentioned very hot and humid. Real feel over 90 degrees this evening. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Wind is blowing out to left field like it was yesterday, and on a hot and humid night, ball should carry well out to left. Kick and a throw. It sails high. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Myers. A light breeze, about 6 miles per hour or so out to left field today. I think everyone would like for it to be a little bit more for some relief from the heat. 1-2 from Brian. Long pause, flirting with the pitch clock. He winds and throws. Myers chops one foul down the right field line, just to the right of the first base back. Kona Quiggle led off the game yesterday with a solo home run. The Otters from there did not score. Had their chances. Otters stranded 9 on base, and 6 of them were in scoring position. 1-2 count from Brian. Takes a big, deep breath. Big kick and a throw. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big righty Brian, 6'4", 226. 4-pitch mix. Fastball, changeup, slider, and curveball. Fastball up to 93. 2-2. He is low, and Myers has worked the count full. Payoff pitch coming to Myers. Here it is. Swung on, chopped again, foul down the right field line. Good battle by Myers to start the game. This will be pitch number 7 already. Brian, a former minor league pitcher, was drafted by the New York Mets back in 2016 in the 32nd round. Was in Double-A last year with the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, and now his first season in indie ball. Native of Deerfield, New Hampshire, not too far away. Another payoff. Popped up into center field. Back is Jackson Hallmark. A few steps towards left, under it, and makes the grab. There's one away. So Brian gets the first out against the Otters. It brings up Kona Quiggle with 1 away. Just underway here from the Joe Bruno Stadium in Troy, New York, just across the Hudson River from Albany. Otters looking to even up the series at a game apiece. Another lefty here to face Brian. Kona Quiggle swings at the first pitch and pops it up high in the air to right field. Back is Merced looking up, and it's Hallmark who will make the catch along the warning track. Deep to left by Kona Quiggle, but the ball just caught up in time for Hallmark to cut off Merced at the last moment and make the catch along the track. Quiggle narrowly missing his second home run of the series. So with 2 away, it brings up the catcher Dakota Phillips. The Otters stacking 3 lefties at the top of the lineup. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Brian coming off one of his best starts of the season. Went 6 1/3 and allowed just 2 runs against Empire State. here in Troy a week ago. The 0-1 inside, 1 ball and 1 strike to Dakota Phillips. Heavy lefty lineup for the Otters today with Brian Rosario switch hitter, but typically bats lefty against righties. They have 5 lefties out of 9. Breaking ball on the outside corner called a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just 78 miles per hour from Brian. Shakes off a sign from Goldfarb. Now has it. Blue glove, a high set. Drops down to the belt and delivers. Pumped up by Phillips. Back into right. Merced at the track. Drops the ball. Bounces off his glove and ricochets all the way to center field. Phillips takes a big turnaround second and will hold there with a double. Robbie Merced with a tough play along the wall. Twisting and turning, did not read it well, and it bounced off his glove and off the base of the wall. So Phillips aboard at second. I imagine they'll call it a double, but we'll await the ruling. If it is a double, it adds to Dakota Phillips' 17th double of the season, which is in the top 5 of the Frontier League. A couple hard hit balls off Brian early, and Pete Incaviglia, just like yesterday, coming out to talk to his starting pitcher in the first inning. Man, he gets up in the grill of his starter too. Incaviglia is standing face to face right up in Bryant's grill. They will call it a double to Phillips. Quiggle narrowly missed an extra base hit. Phillips comes through. His Merced couldn't make the catch and right. Pete Incaviglia did a good job yesterday. Went out to talk with Elijah Gill after the Otters got a quick run on the Quiggle home run and had another runner on. And Gill really settled down from there and ended up working a really solid start. Incaviglia hoping for more here. Phillips at second with 2 outs, and Jeffrey Baez the first righty. Baez swings the first pitch, pops it up high in the air to left. Back is Briggs. It is gone. Jeffrey Baez, a 2-run home run, and the Otters take the lead in the top of the first. 11th home run of the season for Baez, and he stays red hot over the last 5 games. A super tall blast by Baez. That caught tons of air and just barely sneaked over the wall and left. 375 feet off the bat of Jeffrey Baez. So the Otters again take an early lead, a 2-0 lead here in the top of the first on the 2-run home run by Baez. Yomar Reyes, the batter, takes the first pitch strike at the knees. Otters continue to be a great first inning team. The 0-1, chopped left side, really softly hit. Charging in Walters on the edge of the grass, throw to first, not in time as it bounces off the glove of Bierman. And behind him, settling in the grass, Reyes is aboard at first. Tough play for Walters over at third base. Really softly hit, never even made it to the dirt. And Walters' throw bounced in front of Bierman, who couldn't scoop it off the dirt. Should go down as a base hit for Reyes. So it's already the 3rd hit for the Otters here in the top of the first inning. Evansville has now scored 43 runs in the first inning. That's more than almost any other inning outside of the 6 for the Otters. Ethan Skinder swings the first pitch and pops it up into left field. Under it is Briggs, and he makes the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. Jeffrey Baez, his 11th home run of the season, a 2-run blast over the left field wall, puts the Otters in front. 2-0 on the Otters Digital Network. Back at the Joe here in Troy. Another great start for the Otters as they take a 2-0 lead. Go to the bottom of the first inning. A 2-run home run by Jeffrey Baez quickly puts the Otters in front 2-0. Justin Watland now takes the mound for the Otters. Around him on the diamond to go to Phillips catching. Aaron Beck at first, Ethan Skinner at second, George Khalil at short, and Yomar Reyes at third base. In the outfield, Brian Rosario in left field today, Conan Quiggle in center, and Jeffrey Baez in right. Watland's numbers this year: 8 starts, 4-3 on the year, a 7.24 ERA. Just 2 quality starts out of 8, but as we talked about in the pregame show, it's been boom or bust this year for Watland. He's had some excellent starts. 3 starts, he's allowed just 1 earned run, but he's also had 3 starts where he's allowed 6 earned runs or more. He makes his first start today since June 24th at Florence, when he allowed 10 runs in just 2 2/3 innings pitched. It's a tough task against one of the better offenses in the Frontier League in the ValleyCats. Lefty shortstop Haven Parks will lead things off for Tri-City. Sun shining on the field. Shadows creeping across from the first baseline are almost at home plate in the left-handed batter's box. Those will play a factor today after an overcast game last night. Watland ready, and the first pitch to Parks is fouled away. How about this change for the ValleyCats? Pavin Parks batted 9th yesterday, but he had one of the best days of his season, with 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs, and moves all the way from 9 to 1. How often do you see that? The 0-1 from Watland sails high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Parks had the big 2-out, 2 RBI double for the ValleyCats in the 5th inning yesterday for Tri-City to take the lead. Had an RBI base hit in the 7th as well. 1-1. Popped up into right center. This ball will get down for a base hit. Bouncing in front of Baez. Parks is 4 for 4 on the series. Dakota Phillips behind the plate for the Otters. Third time Phillips has caught Watland this year. That pitcher-catcher battery is brought to you by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road in Evansville, or call at 812-475-9000. Cito Culver, the lefty, digs in with Parks at first and nobody out. Watland at the belt delivers. Bunt shown by Culver. He pulls it back, and Phillips pops up and throws down to first, and Parks gets back to the bag safely. Fastball, changeup, cutter, and slider. 4-pitch mix for Watland. It's on the right side of the rubber. Black glove set at the belt. Delivers low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now, the 2 biggest issues this year for Watland, number 1 are home runs. He's allowed 9 home runs on the season, especially in that last start against Florence. A grand slam caused him to exit the game. The 2-1 popped up high in the air to right field. Baez under the baseball, a few steps from the track, makes the catch. And 1 away. So 1 down, Parks still at first. The Otters lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. 9 home runs allowed on the season for Watland. That's nearly a third of all the Otters home runs they've given up on the season. Watland's allowed a home run in 6 of his 8 starts this year. And the other issue is command. That was an issue when he faced the ValleyCats back in early June. He walked 5. First pitch to Aaron Altair, misses low for a ball, 1-0. It's a guy with all the stuff in the world. Second year with the Otters, was really dominant at times last year. But has had a really up and down 2023. Altair chops at 1, left side, stays fair. Barehanded glove by Reyes on the grass, throw to first in time to beat Altair by a stride. The all-star third baseman, Yomar Reyes, showing out with a pretty play. 2 away. Parks goes to second here in the bottom of the first. 2-0 lead for the Otters. Brings up Jacob Goldfarb, the catcher, with 2 outs, and Parks at second. 2-0 lead for the Otters in the bottom of the first. A 2-run home run by Jeffrey Baez. Goldfarb, lefty catcher, was Watland ready on the mound, peeking back at second at Parks, and delivers. Breaking ball inside for a ball, 1-0. If you're tuning in on the Otters Digital Network, we are simulcast on Flow Sports today. So you can tune in on Flow by clicking the road broadcast link. The excellent pictures provided by the ValleyCats production team here in Troy. The 1-0 inside, and it hit Goldfarb. Hit him on the foot. Got him on the top of the foot. Tried to kick out of the way of it, but the baseball nicked him. And there's 2-1 with 2 out for the ValleyCats. Parks at second, Goldfarb at first with 2 outs. Brings up Jackson Hallmark, the center fielder. So we'll see how Watland deals with a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 on, 2 out, base hit, and a hit by pitch. Hallmark the righty batter. Watland fires. Hallmark swings and fouls it away right side. Hallmark led off yesterday for the ValleyCats, but was quiet 0 for 4. Tri-City's offense yesterday, it all came from the bottom of their lineup. All 7 hits yesterday came from the bottom 4. Pretty remarkable. Top 5 in the ValleyCats lineup went 0 for 19 yesterday. The 0-1. Strike right down the middle, 0-2 to Hallmark. Watland a strike away from escaping the mini jam. Kicks and throws. Strike 3 called. Watland freezes Hallmark with a changeup at the knees. First German-American bank strikeout for Watland ends the first inning, and the Otters lead through 1, 2-0 on the Evansville Otters Digital Network. Back for the top of the second inning from the Joe here in Troy. 2-0 lead for the Otters over the ValleyCats. Aaron Beck leads off the top of the second inning and swings and misses at the first pitch. Garrison Bryant on the rubber delivers. Beck takes low. 1-1 strike to the lefty slugger. 2-0 lead for the Otters on a 2-run home run from Jeffrey Baez in the top of the first inning. Bryant working very quickly here in the second, delivers, and Beck fouls it away left side. Oh, that took a horrible sound. Hit off a roof of a suite down the left field line. A nasty thud. 1-2 from Bryant. He is low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the Otters hit 3 balls really hard off Bryant. Quiggle flew out deep to right. Phillips a double that bounced off the glove of the right fielder, and then Baez the home run. 2-2, misses low, and Beck has worked it full. It was a good sign to see for the Otters, some early offense after not scoring over the last 8 innings yesterday. Payoff home, outside for ball 4. Aaron Beck leads off the top of the second inning with a walk. So Beck at first with nobody out brings up George Khalil, the shortstop. Khalil started yesterday for the Otters in the 7th spot, bumped back to the 8th spot. 1 for 2 yesterday for George, worked 2 walks. Had a quiet week before the All-Star break with just 3 hits during the week. As Khalil takes a first pitch strike right down the middle. Australian hitting .234 on the season in his second year here with the Otters. Beige, brown, black. So he waits in the right-handed batter's box. Brian delivers. Slider outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shadows are interesting here at the Joe. The 0-1 on the, or the 1-1, excuse me, on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Khalil. There's a shadow down the right field line, but that shadow is actually subsiding from where the sun is. So the shadows are now creeping out down the third base line, but they're only just past the dirt, nowhere even close to the foul line yet. So all the field in sun as Brian steps off and throws back to first. It's been mostly cloudy today, but the sun has come out and the clouds are almost entirely clearing. A bright blue sky overhead. A few lumpy, soft-looking, pillowy clouds off in the distance. The 1-2 sails high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It is a scorcher, though, today, as we've mentioned multiple times. I'm mentioning it so much because I'm still sweating up in the press box. Over 90 in real fields. Khalil pops one up into center field, taking Hallmark back a few steps from the track, makes the grab. And there's 1 away here in the top of the second inning. If you have a group of friends or coworkers who wish to come to historic Bosse Field and enjoy an Otters home game, contact the Otters front office to reserve a party deck on the Corona Extra Patio Deck. The Corona Extra Patio Deck is one of the best places to watch the game with an all-you-can-eat menu and unlimited bottled water and soft drinks. Call 812-435-8686 for more information on how you can book your next celebration. 1 out, 1 on for the switch hitter Brian Rosario. Batting lefty, he takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Beck at first with 1 out here in the top of the second. The Otters have taken a 2-0 lead. Bryant delivers. Rosario pops one up high in the air to right field. Merced a few steps back, now coming back in and under the baseball to make the grab. 2 away. All 5 outs so far for the big righty, Garrison Bryant, have come via the fly-out. Back to the top of the order, and Noah Myers, who flew out to center field his first time up. 2 outs, Beck at first. Otters leading 2-0. Bryant throws, and Myers takes high 1-0. Noah, one of 6 Otters All-Stars that did not get the All-Star break off, made the trip up to Crestwood, just south of Chicago, for the Frontier League All-Star game and festivities. 1-0 from Bryant. Misses. 2 balls and no strikes. I was talking with Noah before the game, some of the activities he got to participate in. They had a luncheon, and every player got their own custom-made bat with their name and team engraved on it for keeping. The 2-0 sails high, 3 balls and no strikes. Pretty cool giveaway. Myers participated in the outfield accuracy throwing competition. Might have saw a few clips of that on social media. Had to throw from center field all the way to try to get it into a trash can at home plate. The 3-0, Whale outside, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Noah Myers. Bryant lost Myers, so 2 walks in the inning. put 2 on with 2 out, and Kona Quiggle to the plate. Beck at second, Myers at first with 2 outs. 2-0 Otters lead here in the top of the second. Brian to the rosin, throws it back down, resets the hat, wiping off the sweat. This is a hot one for everyone involved. The sun beating down on you. At least it's an all-natural field. Artificial turf only makes the heat worse. Lefty Quiggle. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. That's 5 straight balls by Brian. Kona flew out to right his first time up. 1 for 5 yesterday with the solo home run in the first. Bryant readies. And the 1-0. Right down the middle for a strike. Beautiful breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Turquoise blue glove for Brian. He delivers. Swing and a miss by Quiggle. Kona loves to take those massive swings. Certainly paid off for him yesterday with the home run to left. Surprised I haven't seen his helmet flying off on one of his swings this year. Never been a guy to lack confidence. 2 on, 2 out, 1-2 count to Kona. Pitch from Bryant. Well outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Throw down to second. Bounces off the glove of the second baseman, Parks. And Beck back safely to second. Quick throw from Goldfarb. Beck was pretty far off the back at second and had to race back. Already 35 pitches for Bryant here in the top of the second. 2-2 count with 2 on and 2 out. And the pitch. Fouled straight back off the screen. Another 2-2. Popped up high in the air to left center field. Hallmark and Briggs converging. They can't find the ball. It bounces off the wall. Beck will score. Myers around to home, scoring, standing up. And it's 4-0 Evansville. Kona Quiggle a double off the wall. Ball just carried out to left. Neither Hallmark or Briggs could locate it. And the Otters have a 4-0 lead. Evansville's second double of the game, a 2 RBI double for Quiggle, his 15th double of the season. Phillips coming to the plate. He had the first double of the day for the Otters. Lefty swings and misses at the first pitch. To start the Otters, offense needed after no runs over the last 8 innings yesterday and a lot of offensive struggles on the road. The Otters put 4 off Bryant here in the first 2 innings. Extra base hits the name of the game for this Otters offense all year as the 0-1 misses it outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Already 2 doubles today for the Otters. They're averaging over 2 doubles on the season. 109 doubles now on the year. That's second best in the Frontier League. 1-1 count to Phillips with Quiggle at second. 4-0 Evansville in the top of the second. 1-1. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. So much gap-to-gap power on this team, and Quiggle and Phillips at the heart of that. The top 2 doubles men on the team as the 2-1 swing and a miss. 2-2. 4 players on the Otters with double-digit doubles. Phillips, Quiggle, Reyes, and Phillips pops one up. Foul down the left field line. Who is the 4th person? I'm trying to figure it out. 2-2 count to Phillips. And the pitch home. Popped up high in the air, shallow left field. A few steps in is Briggs. He's under the baseball and makes the catch for the third out of the inning. Not before the Otters put up two more, a 2 RBI double by Quiggle. And it's 4-0 Otters as we go to the bottom of the second on the Otters Digital Network. Back at the Joe here in Troy, New York. 4-0 lead for Evansville over Tri-City. 2 in the first, 2 in the second for the Otters. Jeffrey Baez, a 2-run home run in the first inning. And Kona Quiggle, a 2 RBI double in the second inning. Justin Watland back out to work. Starter fires a first pitch strike to the lefty batter, Ian Walters. Watland allowed a base hit and hit a batter in the first, but worked around trouble for a clean first inning. ValleyCats already have a righty warming in their bullpen. The 0-1 is grounded foul right side. Ideal start for Evansville after a pretty quiet night last night. Otters have lost 4 in a row on the road. Last win was at Joliet a couple weeks ago. Otters won the last 2 of that series against the Slammers. The 0-2 is low. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Walters. It is tough to win on the road. Long bus rides, especially as the season goes on. Unfamiliar territories, uncomfortable beds. Harder to eat. A lot of challenges. 1-2. Chopped off the end of the bat, rolling softly along the grass left side. Barehand by Reyes, no play. Walters safely at first. Unlucky for Watland and the Otters. Hit off the head of the bat and had massive amounts of spin on it. And it barely got past the pitcher's mound down the third base line. So an infield base hit for Walters to lead off the top of the second. Brings up the right fielder, righty batter Robbie Merced. Pete Incaviglia, the ValleyCats manager, out to have a word with Mike Williams, and he's looking at a baseball. Now a time is called by Mike Williams, and he wants to chat with the other umpires. Interesting. I assume Pete Incaviglia was not informing Mike Williams that they're playing with a baseball. We know that. I don't know if there was a substance on the baseball that Incaviglia is concerned about or what. I think he picked up a ball that had been fouled away. Mike Williams meeting with John Grasso and David Sherman, the other umpires here in Troy. And now Watland is throwing the baseball he had in his hands back in the ValleyCats dugout. Watland looks a little perplexed. 4-0 lead for the Otters over the ValleyCats. And yeah, now they're going to look at Watland to check any substances. They're looking in the glove and checking his hands. Mike Williams it's David Sherman, the crew chief, who was wiping down his right hand to make sure it's clear. And now it's confirmed. Signal from Mike Williams, the safe signal that everything's okay. Well, that's the first time I've seen that all year. A substance check of the pitcher. Of course, happens all the time in Major League Baseball, and umpires do it pretty frequently when a reliever's coming in, but you don't see it much in the Frontier League. So Watland back to work facing Robbie Merced, the righty, who takes the first pitch outside. They're going to play 96 games. Mark that down, game number 52, first substance check of the year. See how Watland does, though. It just takes you out of your rhythm. About a minute delay. The 1-0 is chopped left side. George Khalil gloves it, throws to second, to one, to first. Double play. 6-4-3 double play. Khalil to Skinder to Beck. And the Otters erase the base runner, 2 away in the bottom of the second. That's a way to help out your pitcher after an unusual pause. It's Khalil and Skinder teaming up for another double play. It's Khalil's 19th of the season. So 2 away and the base is empty in the bottom of the second. 4-0 lead for the Otters. Zach Bierman, the lefty batter, with 2 outs. First pitch from Watland misses inside, 1-0. Watland on the right side of the rubber. Big kick and a throw. It sails high. 2 balls and no strikes. Had over 3,000 at the ballpark last night. Was a good crowd. And by the naked eye, looks around a similar crowd again tonight. The 2-0 is fouled away over the screen. Good fan base here in the Capital District, they call it. The 3 cities, Troy, Albany, and Schenectady, making up over 1 million people. The 2-1 sales sign. It's 3 balls and 1 strike to Bierman. Of course, this area just 3 hours away from both Boston and New York, so Albany and its metro area are overshadowed by other areas as the 3-1 misses high for ball 4. Bierman works the walk. Former Otter aboard on a walk. 1 on with 2 outs, and it brings up the number 9 batter, the left fielder, Lamar Briggs. 4-0 lead for Evansville in the bottom of the second inning. 25 pitches, that's all for Watland here in the bottom of the second as he looks to complete 2 innings. Delivers, swing and a miss by Briggs on a beautiful breaking ball falling off the table and into the dirt. Watland's first start in nearly 3 weeks. Has to love that he's getting some early run support. The 0-1 in the dirt again. 1 ball and 1 strike. Watland delivers. Again, down and low. 2 balls and 1 strike to Briggs. Watland's second straight start on the road, but only his 3rd start overall. Does have a win on the road at New Jersey, but he gave up 6 runs in that start. Got a ton of run support in a wild game, as many are at Hinchliffe Stadium. The 2-1, swing and a miss by Briggs. 2-2. Watland looking for his first win since June 11th. Took the loss in his last 2 starts before his 3 weeks off. At the belt, the 2-2. Sent high in the air to left field. Myers back. This ball's gone. Lamar Briggs with his 2nd home run of the season and just his 6th start. And the ValleyCats cut the lead in half. It's 4-2. 331 feet by Lamar Briggs into the ValleyCats bullpen Down the left field line, we promise home runs tonight out to left. The wind blowing out, hot night. And it's delivered already. 2 home runs here in the first 2 innings. Baez with a 2-run home run in the first for the Otters, and Briggs a 2-run home run here in the second. So the ValleyCats get 2 back. It's 4-2 now with 2 outs. Back to the top of the order in Pavin Parks. Lefty takes the first pitch high, 1-0. Home runs continue to be an issue for Watland. That's his 10th homer allowed on the season. The 1-0 popped up high in the air, down the foul line. Reyes and Khalil giving it a run, and the ball will bounce into the first row of the seats. A lot of foul territory here at the Joe. This might be the largest foul territory of any ballpark in the Frontier League outside of Bosse Field. A lot of dirt and a lot of grass as well. Just the way it's built, all natural field. Got a little creative in its construction. And even still, that ball made its way to the first row of the seats, but it's part why all the room that Khalil and Reyes had to try to make up to get there. 1-1 inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. It extends out the wall out to just past third and first base, so there's a lot of room before then it cuts back as a straight line towards the line. And foul territory gets smaller and smaller as the wall eventually meets the outfield wall. 2-1 misses high. 3 balls and 1 strike to Pavin Parks. One of just a few all-natural fields in the Frontier League. Evansville and Schaumburg are the only 2 all-natural fields in the West. It's the first time the Otters on the road at an all-natural field. The 3-1, high in the air, shot to right, but well foul. Oh my goodness, this ball is onto the tennis courts. Oh my. I don't think many have been hit there this year. It took a big hop up onto the tennis court, well to the right, and foul, but 425 feet by Parks. Oh my goodness. Straighten that out, and that's one of the longest home runs I've seen of the year. Instead, just a foul ball, and now a full count. Watland delivers. Swing and a miss by Parks. Nasty breaking ball. Parks strikes out to retire the side. Second German-America Bank strikeout for Watland, but Tri-City scores 2. Lamar Briggs, a 2-run home run. We got a good ball game brewing through 2. 4-2, the Otters lead on the Evansville Otters Digital Network. Back for the top of the third inning from the Joe and Troy. High offensive shootout so far. 4-2 lead for the Evansville Otters over the Tri-City ValleyCats. Jeffrey Baez takes the first pitch high for a ball as how about Tri-City making a change after just 2 innings. They'd seen enough from Garrison Bryant, a slow start. They go to the righty, Brack Warren out of the bullpen. Baez swings a broken bat flare right to the second baseman, Culver, and he makes a nice basket catch one away. So Warren coming off the bench here, out of the bullpen, in the third inning to try to face the Otters and get some outs for Tri-City. Pitching staff at times has struggled this year for the ValleyCats. Just 10th in ERA in the league at over 5. So 1 out for the righty pitcher. Fires home to Yomar Reyes, who swings and misses. Pitch home, it misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Reyes. Warren, his 17th appearance of the season, 24 2/3 innings pitched. Has a solid 3.28 ERA, a 1-1. Misses low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Strikeout guy, 33 strikeouts in those 24 innings pitched, but also has 19 walks. Second-year rookie, hoping to eat up some innings for Tri-City. 2-1, swing and a miss again. High heater, 95 miles per hour on the inner third. That's a nasty pitch. Fastball, slider, and curveball for Warren. Fastball sits in the mid-90s. It's impressive. Former San Francisco Giant draft pick. Black glove, high set, and delivery. Broken bat flare into left field. He'll hop in front of Briggs for a base hit. Reyes is aboard a broken bat flare. Yomar Reyes has his first hit in 3 games. Sometimes better be lucky than good. Reyes has been certainly good for the Otters all season, leads them in hits, but it's a little lucky there on the broken bat. The ball softly lands in left field. It's actually 2 hits already today for Reyes, who had the infield base hit back in the first inning. So good start for Reyes after going hitless yesterday. 1 on 1 out, it brings up the righty Ethan Skinder. Warren delivers a strike at the knees. Second year with the ValleyCats for Warren, former Oregon Duck. 0-1. Popped up high in the air on the infield. Warren going back, called off by the shortstop. Parks on the edge of the infield grass. Makes the catch, 2 away. Four to 2 lead for the Otters here in the top of the third inning. Just 2 innings pitched for the starter, Garrison Bryant, and Tri-City going to the bullpen in Warren. Warren's longest appearance on the season, 3 innings pitched. So we'll see how long Pete Incaviglia rides him coming in just the third inning. 2 outs, 1 on. First pitch swung on by Aaron Beck and lined into center field, a base hit. Beck starting off with a base hit on the very first pitch he sees here in the third. Evansville already with 6 hits on the day after just 7 all of yesterday. Reyes at second, Beck at first. Evansville a great chance to score for the 3rd straight inning to start the game. George Khalil, the shortstop, comes to the plate. Four 4-2 lead for the Otters here in the top of the third. 2 on and 2 out. Warren throws. Strike on the outside corner. 91 on the fastball from Warren. 6'4", 230. Big righty with certainly a lively pitch. 0-1. Fouled straight back off the screen, 0-2. That could be challenging facing a really hot pitcher. That's especially why they come up the bullpen. It can be hard to time up his pitches with a hot fastball and then an effective breaking ball. And face him the second and third time, it's often a lot easier. But Warren, for the most part this season, has been effective and only had to go through the order once. 0-2 count to Khalil. Warren delivers. Strike 3 called at the knees. Warren gets the strikeout to escape the jam. First time the Otters have struck out today. Evansville gets 2 hits in the third, strains 2, no runs, but they lead 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the third inning on the Otters Digital Network. Four to 2 lead for the Evansville Otters over the Tri-City ValleyCats as we move to the bottom of the third inning. From Joe Bruno Stadium here in Troy, New York, just outside of Albany. 2 home runs, plenty of offense to go for on both sides. A combined 8 hits. Justin Watland trying to slow the ValleyCats bats here in the bottom of the third inning. See 2, 3, and 4 out of the ValleyCats lineup. Cito Culver, lefty all-star second baseman, leads off. Watland delivers. Culver takes a first pitch strike on the outer third. Lamar Briggs, a 2-out, 2-run blast back in the second inning, giving the ValleyCats their first runs. Pitch home, swing and a miss. Beautiful breaking ball by Watland, getting Culver to chase. Watland at the belt. Big kick and delivers. Fouled straight back off the screen. Surprised the cotton candy man behind home plate. Hit the screen right in front of him, and he turned around. Surprise. He's interrupting his sales. He's got a big bag of pink cotton candy. The 0-2. Just missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Watland throws, and it's fouled away left side and well out of play and out of the stadium. On the campus of Hudson Valley Community College here at the Joe. A lot of interesting aspects to the community college around the ballpark as the 1-2 popped up high in the air on the infield. Reyes, the third baseman there, and makes the catch a few steps to the left of the third base bag. There's one away. Brings up Aaron Altair, the righty DH, with 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the third. 4-2 lead for the Otters over the ValleyCats. Watland on the right side of the rubber delivers. High, ball 1. Mentioned the tennis courts are out past right field. There's a softball diamond also out and right. The most exciting, though, part of the surrounding area around the ballpark is in center. The 1-0 popped up high in the air down the right field line. On the edge of foul territory is Aaron Beck. Now coming back over the first base bag and makes the catch. That one was scorched up in the air. It took forever to come back down. A tough play for Beck to try to find the ball as it drifted back into fair territory right over the first base bag. Quickly 2 away for Watland here in the bottom of the third as the Otters lead 4-2. Brings up the catcher lefty, Jacob Goldfarb. So out in center field, there's a massive challenge course. There is one of the tallest climbing walls I've ever seen as Jacob Goldfarb takes the first pitch, strike at the knees. Huge climbing wall towering above the trees, evergreen trees that serve as the batter's eye here at the ballpark. Got a bunch of ropes to walk across as well. Swing and a miss by Goldfarb, 0-2. Was told it's also used for the ROTC on campus, so serves as both a challenge course and training for the ROTC. If you like heights, it's no fun, but if you like the adrenaline, it's a blast. The 0-2 misses low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of fun on challenge courses back at summer camp, but this one has got to be double the size of any challenge course I ever completed. The 1-2. Swung on and chopped right side and through the 4-3 hole into right field. Base hit for Goldfarb. Catcher has a 2-out knock to keep the third inning going. 1 on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Otters leading 4-2. Brings up Jackson Hallmark, the center fielder. Hallmark struck out looking his first time up. That's Watlin's one of his 2 strikeouts on the day. Watlin looking to get through the third inning. Delivers. Just misses low to Hallmark, 1-0. Some more clouds starting to roll in, and the sun for now has disappeared. 1 on, 2 out, bottom of the third, 4-2 lead. Watlin delivers. It's low again. 2 balls and no strikes to Hallmark. Clouds providing a little bit of respite from the heat, but it is still a boiling evening here in upstate New York. Humidity levels above 90 degrees. 2-0. Strike at the knees. That's a changeup. Good pitch by Watlin. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bobby Siegel, the Otters hitting coach, called the weather baseball weather. It's hot and the ball flies. 2-1. Chopped left side. Grounder to the shortstop, Khalil. He gloves it. Throw across the body. Not in time. Hallmark runs it out for an infield base hit. What a run down the line by Hallmark. Looked like an ordinary 6-3 ground out, but softly hit enough, and Khalil probably would like that back to charge it a little bit harder, and it goes down as an infield base hit for Hallmark to keep the inning going. So a base hit for Goldfarb, infield base hit for Hallmark, 2 on and 2 out. And it brings up Ian Walters, lefty batter. Watlin delivers, and Walters fouls it off the screen. 4-2 lead for the Otters here in the bottom of the third inning. Watlin has faced now a runner in scoring position in all 3 innings so far today. Trying to keep the Otters in front through 3. This feels like the opposite of last night's game, which was quick in a pitcher's duel. The 0-1, chopped right side and foul to the right of the first base back. Last night's game finished in 2 hours and 20 minutes, and the first 3 innings took about 30 minutes. We're almost at the hour mark here, and we're yet to make it through 3. Ball is well down the right field line, and one of the new additions to the Otters, Trevor Austin, doing the rookie's work and having to run all the way down the line to retrieve the baseball and hand it to a fan. It's just a job of a rookie. 0-2 count. Watlin throws. It's low. Good stop by Phillips in the dirt. 1-2. Goldfarb at second. Hallmark at first with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Watlin now up to 52 pitches, only in the third. Watlin's hit over 100 twice this year. 107 pitches, his season high. But again, this is his first start in 3 weeks. And late time is called, and a pitch clock violation on Watlin. Pitch clock expired before Watlin got into his wind, so there's ball number 2. 2-2. It's a tough game to work quickly in. It's hot, runners on, a lot of long at bats. 2-2. In the dirt, bounces away from Phillips to his left, picks it up, throws to third, in safely without a tag is Goldfarb. Ball didn't get that far away from Dakota Phillips, but it was a really good read by both Goldfarb and Allmark to take off as soon as that ball was in the dirt, and Phillips' throw stood no chance. So 2 in scoring position with 2 outs, and now a full count to Ian Walters. This is a big pitch in this ball game. Watland trying to escape the jam. Payoff pitch coming. Watland delivers. Swung on and driven into right field. Baez back at the edge of the warning track makes the catch. Walters just missed one, and Watland and the Otters escape the bottom of the third unscathed. 4-2, Evansville leads through 3 on the Otters Digital Network. That is good. 3 innings complete from the Joe here in Troy, New York. 4-2 lead for Evansville over Tri-City. Brian Rosario will lead things off in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch delivered home by Brack Warren in his 2nd inning of work for Tri-City. Otters chase the starter Garrison Bryant after just 2 innings. Warren able to work around 2 base hits in the 3rd to retire the side. The 0-1 misses low to Rosario, 1-1. 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors for the Otters. 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the ValleyCats. High set for Warren, kick and a throw. It misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rosie back in the starting lineup today after not playing yesterday. Hitting .236 on the year and still leading the league in stolen bases. 32 stolen bases. 2-1, fouled off the end of the bat. And 2-2. We know Rosie has the moves on the base pass, and he has it off the base pass as well. He was grooving out during BP. Not the first time, too, I've seen Rosario put on some dance moves to some music. Maybe the best dancer on the team is the 2-2. His foul tip straight back, bounces out of the glove of Goldfarb, and Rosario stays alive. We're at the Cleveland Guardians game the other week. The whole team on our off day in Cleveland. Rosario, he was trying to get on the Jumbotron. He was bringing out some serious moves during half-inning breaks. Another 2-2. It's low. Rosario works it full. Warren delivers outside for ball 4. Rosario works a walk. First walk for Warren, but already the third the Otters have taken today as Brian walked 2 back in the second inning. So Rosario leads off with a walk. Now a chance to add to his stolen base totals is back to the top of the order and Noah Myers. 1 on, nobody out, top of the 4th. Otters lead 4-2. Stretch of 4 straight lefties here for Warren to face, with Rosario and now the top 3 all lefties in the Otters lineup as Warren steps off. Pickoff throw back to first. Rosie back in safely. Time is called. Jacob Goldfarb calling time. Something in his eye maybe. Settles back behind home plate. Myers back into the left-handed batter's box. His tall blue stockings with the gray pants rolled just below the knees. First pitch to Myers. Strike on the outside corner. Evansville just 1 run and 7 hits all of yesterday. Already 4 runs and 6 hits today. Rosario with a 2-stride lead over at first. Bierman holding him on the bag. He takes off. The pitch is low. Throw down to second is not a good one. Wide of the bag. Parks has to come way off to retrieve it. And Brian Rosario adds to his Frontier League leading total 33rd stolen base of the season. 33 of 37 now for Rosario, and he's in scoring position. Good pitch to steal on ball in the dirt, and Goldfarb was well off on the throw. So Rosario at second now takes a big lead there as well as the pitch home to Myers, a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Yeah, it's interesting. Paven Parks, the shortstop, is waving Ian Walters back. He was playing in, but now he gets back, so he has a better view of Rosario to see if he tried to steal third base and he could get over to the back. Before he was almost on the grass. The 1-2 is fouled off the end of the bat. That first time Rosario got to second and Walters was on the edge of the grass. That was going to be trouble if Rosario stole. He was going to have to pick Rosie up and then try to go backwards to the bag for a pickoff throw. Rosario at second, nobody out. 1-2 count to Myers. Warren delivers. Chopped and foul. Myers 0 for 1 today. Walked back in the second and came around to score on the 2 RBI double by Kona Quiggle. Jeffrey Baez started the scoring with his 11th home run of the season in the first, a 2-run home run over the left field wall. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball blown by Myers. 1 away. Hey, Evansville Otters fans. 2023 brings new opportunities to catch all the latest Frontier League action. Be sure and check out the Frontier League and your Evansville Otters on Flow Sports, the official streaming partner of the Frontier League. Never miss a game and follow along all the way to the championship. Just visit EvansvilleOtters.com for links to watch and subscribe today for all Frontier League and Flow Sports content. Kona Quiggle, the lefty batter, with Rosario at second and 1 out. 4-2 Otters lead. Quiggle takes the first pitch high and wide. Sun back out. The clouds dissipating. Almost all of the infield in the shadows, including home plate and the mound, as Quiggle takes inside 2-0. Sun is shining on the right side of the infield and in most of the outfield. The shadows marching across from the third base line. Two 2-0 count to Quiggle. The pitch, swing and a miss, 2-1. Again, if you're tuning in on the Otters Digital Network, we're lucky enough tonight to be simulcast on Flow Sports. You can click the road stream on Flow Sports to watch the ValleyCats broadcast and listen to yours truly. Big thanks to everyone here in Tri-City for getting that set up today. Warren steps off and looks back. Rosario back to second. Rosario doesn't just bring all the stolen bases, but you bring a distraction element as well to just bother the pitcher and take you out of the rhythm. Dancing over at second base is the 2-1 outside, 3 balls to 1 strike. Warren has fallen behind Quiggle now. At risk of throwing his second walk of the inning. Time is called. Quiggle going to reset the batting gloves, pull up the pants, adjust the helmet, tap the inside of the home plate. And now he's dark brown bat resting above his shoulder. Warren readies and throws. Rosario takes off. Quiggle pops one up into center field. Back is Hallmark on the edge of the track, makes the catch, 2 away. Oh, Rosario got a great jump. He looked like he had third base. But Quiggle swinging away. And Hallmark the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 away. Rosario still at second as it brings up Dakota Phillips. 4-2 lead for the Otters here in the top of the 4th inning. Very slow-moving ball game so far tonight. A lot of offense and long at-bats between these two sides. Otters trying to even up the series at a game apiece after falling last night 6-1. First pitch to Phillips. Misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Evansville has dropped 4 road games in a row. Were swept at Lake Erie in their last road series, and then dropping the first game last night here in Troy, just outside of Albany. We're 3 hours north of New York and 3 hours to the west of Boston. The 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. A lot of Yankee fans, though. Seems like the primary MLB fan base here in Albany. Seen a lot of Yankees gear so far this weekend. Told some Mets fans as well. Rosario takes off, pitch inside, and Goldfarb didn't even look over. Didn't even know that Rosario stole third. If he did, he put on a good act to just not pay attention to Rosario, who got another great jump. Might have not been a play for Goldfarb, and he just was more interested in trying to get a strike for Phillips. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and strike 3 called. No, that's strike 2 called, make it 2-2. Okay, so Rosario at third. They're going to give him a stolen base, so that is stolen base number 34 for Rosario on the season. And it's now a 2-2 count to Phillips with 2 outs. Pitch home is inside, and Phillips has worked it full. Otters done a great job tonight. A lot of long at-bats, foul balls from top to bottom in the lineup. They have not let Bryant and now Warren go away easy. The payoff. Inside corner, strike 3 called. Third strikeout, make it for Warren, retires the side. Rosario left stranded at third. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-2 lead for the Otters over the ValleyCats on the Evansville Otters Digital Network.